Welcome everybody. I'm at the Canadian International Auto Show and I'm here at the Buick stand with Kevin Nougarede.
Yeah.
He is the interior exterior designer at Buick and we have this incredible concept here. This is like no other Buick on the road today.
No.
Tell me, where did you draw this inspiration for this vehicle?
We draw this inspiration from the past of the brand, having those beautiful cars and the origin of Buick being the brand that started the concept car stories in car design overall in the globe, in the world. Actually, Buick created the first concept cars. And we started looking at the beauty of those cars and the heritage that we have as well with the brand, with the sculpture that those brands, those cars have at the time, and some like fundamental elements of and cues that we gathered in the studio with the other designers. But like we didn't want to lose also what we have good in the brands, like in the brand nowadays with the customer. I think there is some very strong elements and that the customer love about Buick still nowadays.
But Buick is often considered an older brand,
Yeah.
the demographic is older. Does design help you get a younger audience, a younger buyer?
I believe so. I think it's part of our role. I think design, engineering, like the communication part, I think it's a group effort that we are all marching towards conquering new customers, younger, physically younger, with younger mindset, I would say, because I think the populations thrive to that younger mindset, and I think design helps to like attract those younger mindset that are interested through tech, through aesthetic, through the passion of car design, and I think this is our role to like fulfill that.
Walk me through some of the design elements on this Wildcat concept, because it certainly is wild.
I will start with the front because the front is what started the whole story in the studio, and I think there is many elements, like as you can see, that started that new design strategy. So we started with that, what we call the high lamp, low grille, and and the hood mounted badge. It's something that like he came with that sketch, and we started with those like very sculptural shape. This helped us to give like so much sculpture, which is part of the cue of Buick, having a lot of sculpture on the rest of the body, but also on the front. And when you look at the old Buick, they had those beautiful like hood with that beautiful badge as an ornament on it, like almost as a pedestal, like, and it was very like breathing really well around it. Nothing disturbing the badge. And I think those cues come from this. And as you can see, it's just cues. We're not doing like a retro design. We're just like taking the spirit of it, not basing our design on it. And those wing shape that we have, like all LEDs, I think it adds the tech that we were just talking about, like with the young customers adding tech to the vehicle. So all those elements are very strong for us. And you can see like how the sculpture like merge with the lamp in one sheet, and it transformed to that beautiful LED that project light forwards. And all those elements here also like adds also those elements of jewelry that act like a sculpture. And the other thing that I want to talk about too is the badge, because you can see that the logo is very different from what people know on the streets. And the story around the badge is like somebody in the studio, like a designer friend of ours, did that quick sketch of when we were searching of what's next for Buick, and there was those 3 lines that he did with those 3 colors, and Mark Royce like saw that sketch and he was like, that's a cool sketch, but what is this? And same thing as the rest of the car, he was born inside the design studio that's driven by Bob Boniface, our director.
Nothing under the hood?
No, because like it's all like electric, so it's all electrification. So
no trunk, no.
There's a little trunk under the hood.
Okay.
Yeah.
The wheels?
The wheels, like 18-spoke wheels, like all aluminum forged, and this is a concept car, so all those elements. I mean, everything was done by hand. It's a masterpiece of craftsmanship. Like our team in Warren, like all the guys and people from the shop, like all those elements were like machined by hand, brushed and brushed and polished by hand.
No door handles, nothing.
No door handle. You can see that's a little button here.
Okay, that's how you get in.
Yeah, that's how you get in. It pops the door, and like as you can see, like because I was talking, like also like there is things that we love with Buick. There is some sort of comfort that we call the sense of well-being in Buick. As a coupe, like if you get into a coupe, usually it's not very convenient to get into a coupe.
Especially in the back seats.
Especially in the back seat. But when you introduce something like this that's functional, that you won't hit your head, or you won't hit your hat, or like it's something very important for us to like keep those key elements about the brand. But all those elements that you see all this brushed by hand, all those elements play with translucency to give a little bit of airy feel. And as you can see, like all the interior, everything seems to be floating. It's something to give that like spaciousness.
And what about some of the technology? You talked about like the health monitoring technology inside.
Yeah. The health monitoring it's tied to like our brand pillars, and I forgot to mention that we work with three brand pillars, which is the sense of well-being, the sculptural beauty, and the spirited efficiency. And we used AI and that concept cars to like monitor what the person needs to like as a shortcut, like to like with the sense, like to diffuse sense in the car, to like play with the interface colors and all those elements. That's how we use AI to like provide like the sense of well-being inside the car.
If I'm having a health issue, though, if my heart is racing, what sort of things will it do to kind of calm me down?
The sense will change, the color of the screen will change, like all those elements will change. And
the fan will go up. And
if you really feel bad, it will call the right people.
Now, there aren't many buttons, there aren't many dials. This is,
No, everything is very like subdued to like put the priority on the sculpture and the styling. And when I talk about the sculpture and the key cue elements of the car, we talk in the studio. We talk a lot about like having that dashboards being embraced. So you see that line that starts here, it goes around, and it looks like the dashboard is sitting like this, and that loop of the dashboards, it's nesting the technology, and all the technology is more like subdued in there. Like we want people to like love the sculpture, the beauty. The Buick has to be beautiful.
And this on the side, is that for your side view mirror? Does
Yes.
that actually show? So you have cameras on the side view, and then it shows the picture right here. Is
Exactly.
that the idea? Yeah. So this is a good trend that we're going to see moving forward in some Buick models, or?
Yes, it's something that we're obviously exploring.
Yeah.
Something that but those elements, like how design and like face regulations versus like engineering, and like there's many things that like we want to do, but like it takes time to develop those things too. But like this is obviously what we are aiming for.
Yeah. Will we ever see this in a production vehicle anytime soon?
This is a tough question that I can't I can't answer. But like all those elements that you see here will be coming to production soon, and we are not stopping there. We're not stopping with the Encore GX. Like there is many things coming up. Like in the next 18 months, if I'm right, you will be seeing 5 new Buick adopting that new design language.
And electric.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the future.
Yeah, that's the future. I mean, GM is not hiding the fact that we want to be zero emissions, so it will be electric. And electric cars are really fun to drive. I don't know if you guys have experienced, but I think it's a good way to go.
It is, yeah. Well, thank you for joining us, Kevin, and thank you for joining us. Please comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. Ciao, ciao.